Hi team, how are you going? I thought today I'd share a tip on building positive psychology and helping rehabilitate yourself into normal life patterns and working towards going back into work or study, sport, caring for family members, whatever it is that you do in your life. And I think this is something that can benefit everyone who suffers from PCS. So, as most of you would understand, one of the very difficult things about having a head injury is going from being incredibly busy, having a role in society, being needed by other people, and contributing and giving back and just going about your everyday life. And then all of a sudden, that's taken away from you. Those routines that you've known for years, it's all just gone. Suddenly you don't have anywhere to be. No one's expecting you anywhere. You lose your social things, you lose your work, you lose the ability to undertake your passions or whatever it is that's driving you. You lose that ability to work through those goals that you've been aiming for so long. It's just gone like that. And I know I found that was a real shock to the system. And that in itself is quite frustrating, and it has the ability to bring you down. And that is the last thing you need. It's hard enough, and you don't need extra stresses on your life. And it's particularly difficult, I think, when you wake up and you see everybody else, whether it's family or housemates or friends, you see them leaving, going about their lives, but you're stuck back at home or wherever it is. And that's your day. Like, for example, I'd find that there were days where I just couldn't do anything apart from lie on the floor the whole day. And just everything was obnoxious, every sense. So, for example, the light sensitivity, the noise sensitivity, it was so overwhelming. So, what I found was that because I didn't have anywhere to be or anything in particular to do, my sleep patterns got all over the shop. Some days I'd be going to bed at 3 a.m. and waking up at 12 noon. Other days I'd be going to bed at 9 p.m. and waking up 4 or 5 in the morning. And that was more because there was no compelling reason for me to go to bed or wake up at a certain time, because there was just nothingness. It was just this void. And as you know, sleep is so important for recovery. I think that it's very important to be able to do the best with what you have. And I think that sleep is one area where we do have a bit more power to influence and try and promote better recovery for ourselves. So what I did to help with this process was I would set my alarm of a morning at a time, say 6 or 7 a.m, that I would expect that I would normally get up if I was going to uni, if I was going to work or going to do other things. It doesn't matter if I did those things, that's not the important bit, but it was the fact that I'm getting up because I have a purpose. And then once I got up, I made it my business to sit down, have a proper breakfast, and then get properly dressed. So do my makeup, my hair, wear clothes I would be wearing if I was to go out and do those things or leave the house. And the important thing is, often I wouldn't do that. Often I would just stay and I'd have to spend the rest of the day lying on the floor. But it's the process of getting up and doing those normal things. And I think it's about, with recovery, you don't just go from here to here. You've got to take little steps in between to get to that level. So I found this particularly, it's simple, but I found it very effective because I wake up and I think I'm doing something that I would normally be doing if I was to be going to work. And that was my ultimate goal, was to get back to university and work. So I felt more empowered because I'm like, hey, I'm doing something that's working towards that. I'm doing something that is part of that process of getting up to those things. I'm doing something that's part of a normal day for me. And so take home message, just get up and do it. Doesn't matter if you feel like a bit of an idiot in the first place getting dressed because you're not leaving the house, just do it. Okay, and just get your mind in the zone. I'm doing this, I'm going out, I'm getting better. And I think once you start doing it for a few months, it becomes normal again. And I think too, it kind of it gives your body, you start building habits again, and it gives your mind cues to know when to get up again and go to bed, and just to start building a regular cycle again. So that's my tip for today. Try it out. Again, like I always say, doesn't always work for everyone, but that's something that I found that was very useful and quite simple. You don't need to you don't need to spend any money to do this, and you can do it right from your own bedroom. So super easy. Go for it. And doesn't matter if you're tired. Just remember, just one other thing was that when I first started doing it, I found it exhausting. Okay, I felt rubbish afterwards. I'm not telling you that you're going to feel amazing immediately afterwards. Honestly, I felt terrible. I felt so exhausted that it just knocked me out for the rest of the day. But hey, it's better than just spending the whole day lying on the couch. It's like, okay, I've gotten up and done something. I can die for the rest of the day, but I've gotten up and I've done something. So give it a go. Let me know what you think. If you have any other ideas, leave a comment. Let me know. I'm keen to share the good ideas because we can get through this. So good job, everyone. We'll see you next time.